Well, hi everyone, and welcome to our brief chat about the channel for September. It's a very special month, and I thought that apart from just giving you the written channel, I would like to have a chat with you about what's happening, what's going on with the energies. To start with, here is this beautiful image that I used for the energies for September, called the Tsunami of Luminous Light. And what's happening this month is that we are receiving this wave of beautiful luminous light that's coming through to us. Now, as I've pointed out in discussions and in the channel, this is not something that's just happening in September. It actually originated and began in August at the time of the Lion's Gate. We had this wave of energy that came through, bringing through this wonderful luminous light and the beautiful light codes that are helping us with our ascension. And this wave has been growing in intensity. And as we enter into September and the events of September, this wave will continue to grow in intensity and to bring about very deep changes in the light body, in the physical body, right even down to the cellular level. So I can promise you that you're going to be feeling the shifts and the changes. There are going to be ascension symptoms, there are going to be feelings, emotions, and probably even intensified chaos and stuff happening in the third dimensional world. But what we need to do is to remember that this is a blessing of light coming from the galactic center, from the cosmic heart, and that it's bringing information for change, for new changes, for new things. And it's really a wonderful blessing. And if we open ourselves to receiving it and being okay with the energy, then we won't struggle so much with the physical side effects. I have to say that for myself, I found very tiring. I've been very tired, very exhausted, and finding it difficult to sleep because, as you might know, we have information coming in from our sun in the daytime, and then from our second and third suns, which is Sirius and Galactic Center. So it's constant bombardment of information and light that's being received makes it very difficult sometimes to just come down and relax and say, okay, it's fine. We can integrate this, it will pass. So just remember to relax, look after yourself and breathe deeply. One of the things that is happening on the internet too around this, let's call it Wave X as it's being called, is a lot of fear. There's going to be an economic crash. There's going to be a real tsunami that's going to hit the west coast of America. There's going to be all sorts of disasters. And I think what I'd like to say most of all is please don't buy into the fear, because the fear is coming from the third dimension. When you live in a world of duality, there are only two ways you can receive things. One is through love and one is through fear, as you know. And it seems like the third dimension wants to receive with fear. So when they see this wave of wonderful light coming, they go into fear. And even some of the lightworker community take this as an opportunity to look for the end. Now, as you might know, we passed through the end. In 2012, we went through that final gate, and the end is no longer there. It's now past. It's a new beginning. So what we're experiencing now is this new beginning and the letting go of, let's call it the ashes of the past, and allowing ourselves to feel this new beginning. So really, don't allow yourself to be in the third dimension. Shift yourself into the fifth dimension or higher and allow yourself to feel the love and the blessings that are coming. And don't fall into any kind of fear. I really feel that nothing negative is going to happen. It's a very positive wave of energy. And if you are aligned with your higher self and with your soul, and if you have opened yourself to the higher dimensions, then you will find it a very creative time. Lots of ideas, lots of opportunities. And I think the wonderful thing that's happening right now is that with the anchoring of the divine masculine energy, we're finding it more and more easy to anchor ourselves in our physical bodies and to connect with our soul, which means that we're connecting with our soul mission, we're connecting with our purpose more clearly. And in this period now, September, October into November, many of you will find that your soul purpose is going to become much clearer to you. You're going to feel as though a light went on and you suddenly are aware that you should have been doing something, or you can do something different, or new opportunities will come to you. It's going to be a really wonderful time. So please be open to the blessings that come to you and be ready to use your creativity in whichever way is more easy for you, whether it's visual or written or whatever you do to express your soul. Allow your soul to work with you at this time. So the first big energy event for September is tomorrow, because I'm doing this on the 8th. So tomorrow is the 9th, and that is the 9-9. It's a stargate that follows on from the 8-8. And what happens at this particular time is whatever energies were initiated at the 8-8 are intensified on the 9-9. So whatever you felt, whatever opened in you on the 8-8-8 is going to kind of come back and be intensified and lifted to another level on the 9-9. So it could be a very intense day. Could be lots of electrical impulses and lots of intense solar energies. But all in all, it will be a day in which you're lifted to another level of consciousness. So a great day. Then on the 13th of September, which is a couple of days later than this, we move into the first of our eclipses, which is the partial eclipse, solar eclipse, and the new moon in Virgo. Now, I feel that with this solar eclipse, I have a very strong sense of the presence of the divine feminine, that we're going to be anchoring in some solar codes to do with the divine feminine. Now, as I've been teaching, working with what I call the luminosities, the new colors, it's very important to realize that we are receiving new frequencies of color, new luminosities and new tones. And it is these new frequencies, these higher frequencies of light that are creating this wave. With the divine feminine, the colors I've been seeing, a very intense magenta, pink color. And I've been working on, this is my visual of the Magdalene and the colors I see around her. So you can see that very intense pink color with the white and the gold, and then the red or the roses around her. I called her the Madonna of the Roses. So on the 13th, I feel that this is the energy that's going to be very intense and very clear as we feel her coming through. And maybe a good time, because it's a new moon and an eclipse, to just be with that energy and to feel how it integrates with you and what you would like to initiate in your own self, in your own being, using the Magdalene energy, the light of the goddess. After that, we move again on to the 23rd of September, which is the equinox. And equinoxes are always powerful. In the south, we have the spring equinox, where I am. And in the north, you have the fall equinox. So the equinox is a moment of balance, where the day and the night are equal in length. And the earth prepares to move into a new season, which is moving towards winter in the north and towards summer in the south. So it's a moment of great change. But before that great change, you have this point of balance. So working with the equinox energies around the 23rd, very important to balance yourself. Balance your physical with your light body, balance yourself in your community, and work for the balance on the planet, work for peace, work for balance, because we are multidimensional. We're working on different levels. So don't forget that it is about you, it's about your transformation, but it's also about how we transmit these energies to the earth, and about bringing balance to the earth as well. So the 23rd is a really good time for working with the energies of the equinox and balance. Then we move on to the big one. The 28th of September is the full moon in Aries and the total lunar eclipse. And this is also the last of the blood moons. We had 4 blood moons over 2 years, and each one of them going together with lunar eclipse and bringing in powerful new energies and new codes. And because it's a fire moon, it's Aries, it makes me think of the phoenix. It's that moment when we've reached the end, the ashes are there, and the firebird begins to reincarnate, is rebirthed. And I think this is what we're looking at that moment, the birthing of the new. It may not be totally evident. We don't expect to wake up on the 29th with a totally new earth and to be in a different place. It's a part of a process. But the 28th of September is going to mark that moment when that process is irreversible. We can never go back. We're moving forward now into the new age with this new phoenix-like energy rising in our lives. So something really wonderful to look forward to. Now, what I find very exciting about this wave of energy that we're riding, colors and tones, the new light, is the return of the divine masculine. We've talked a lot about the divine feminine and her return, what she's meant. And we've been working with her, the divine feminine, since really about 2001, grounding her energy, embodying her energy, making her part of us. Now, in 2015, we are bringing in the divine masculine so that we can reconnect with and embody the new masculine energy. So when you feel this wave of energy, you feel also the new divine masculine, the energy of Yeshua, Jesus, the Christ, or Buddha, or Shiva, or any of these ascended male energies. It's interesting to me that on, I think it was the 888, this crop circle was seen at, I think it was Wiltshire, one of the very central places. And it was very beautiful, but to me it just said, oh wow, here comes the divine masculine. Because in the stories from the Syrians that I work with, as well as working with Archangel Michael, the divine masculine that was created by Prime Creator is called Shu. And Shu is depicted as a bird, or the feather of a bird. So this depiction here with the eye of Horus and the bird is a depiction of the return of the divine masculine. That was a very clear message that came through. And what this means is what I call the return of the Birdman. The Horus figure, these pictures I took from the internet, who represents the power of the divine masculine energy. And this energy is powerful. It's it sees the bigger picture. It soars above. It is a cosmic voyager. It voyages from the divine mind and heart to our mind and heart. So in order for us to become fully qualified as cosmic voyagers, fully multidimensional, we need to embody the divine masculine. And this is what's happening now. We are taking on embodying these frequencies so that we can reconnect with the Birdman or the angelic being. Because if you look at the Birdman, you know, he's half bird, half human. He's an angelic, higher light being. So whether we call these beings angels or birdmen or Ra or whatever we call them, in our archetypal imagination, they represent this wonderful higher energy that's coming in and being embodied by us. And this is going to make such a difference to our planet, because in place of the patriarchal energy that we've had as the masculine, we're going to now move into the divine, compassionate, loving, and powerful masculine that will come into balance with the divine feminine and create this wonderful marriage that will open up the new energies for the new earth. And this moment of, let's call it the sacred union, sacred marriage, will be on the 11th of November, the 11/11/8. We expect at that moment the coming together of these new energies to create the sacred union that will be the underpinning energy of this matrix of our new earth. So something really wonderful to look forward to. And of course, what I'm perceiving is going to happen is, as this new energy is embodied, you're going to see so many more relationships finding the way into balance. You know, so many people have initiated soulmate relationships, twin flame relationships, and yet found themselves unable to balance them, possibly because all the frequencies were not there yet. So now we have these frequencies, and we're going to be finding the balance coming together of these relationships and the unions, these sacred unions now becoming possible with these new energies. So something really wonderful to look forward to there as well. And finally, what I wanted to mention too was that a lot of people have spoken to me about time seems to be moving so quickly. Can't believe the year's almost gone. Where is time going? Yes, time is moving very fast, but wait a minute, time is an illusion. So what happens when you feel time going too fast is that you're trapped in an illusion. You're in the third dimension, and if your consciousness is in the third dimension, you would be perceiving acceleration, because the third dimension is going faster and faster as it blends into the fifth dimension. How do you deal with this? Well, you learn to master the frequencies of time, which is the fourth dimension. When we've moved from the third dimension to the fifth dimension, no one said much about the fourth, because mastering the fourth dimension is actually quite an advanced skill, where you can actually initiate and unravel or unfurl your own timelines and your own time spirals. So the way to cope with the sense of everything moving too fast is to initiate your own time spirals. Decide what you want to create. Decide where you want to go with your life. And let it not be dependent on the third dimensional calendar, this week, next week, the end of the year, but let it rather be dependent on divine timing. That whatever you decide to create from your heart, whatever adventures you want to initiate, you allow them to work with divine timing. When you work with this, you suddenly find there's no rush anymore, because you know it's going to happen at the right time, which is now, but now is eternal. So it's just a matter of being open to receiving whatever you need, and there's plenty of time. You have all the time in eternity, because you are an eternal being. So the moment you lift yourself out of the third dimension of rush and there's not enough time, and lift yourself into the higher dimensions of eternity and infinity, then you know that there's time for everything that you want to experience in life. So I think we're going to find that September is going to be a wonderful month. There will be challenges and changes and shifts, but all in all, it's going to bring in some wonderful energies. So I'm wishing you a great, wonderful journey, and that you take good care of yourself, look after yourself, and open yourselves, open your hearts to the frequencies of luminosity and the diamond codes that are coming through to you. I am going to be in this month putting together a activation with Archangel Michael for the diamond codes for the diamond sacred heart, to help people to balance those energies, the heart, heaven, earth, masculine and feminine, in the diamond light, and all 13 chakras. I'll be making that available later in the month. And also, just if you are looking for some help, I have also the diamond codes. I hope this comes out the right way. It looks like it's the mirror. Anyway, book that I did called The Diamond Codes, which helps you to understand these new incoming energies and how you can work with them. And the book also has a set of activations as MP3s that you can listen to that help you to understand how you can work with these new energies. It's available as a print book and also as an ebook, which you can order from my website, which is starchildglobal.com, www.starchildglobal.com. So enjoy your month, enjoy September, and I'll be speaking to you again soon. So until we meet again, goodbye.